As we've come to expect, Championship Sunday was full of controversy, but I'm here to break it down and give you all my takeaways. Alright, let's start out with the early game, the Rams at Saints. And I know everyone's talking about the blown pass interference call at the end, but let's be honest. For one, the refs are human, and two, there were blown calls the entire game. And yes, obviously that was a huge call at the end, but let's just look at the situation. And I'm probably in the minority here, because I wanted the Saints to win. And when that happened, I was really mad, and I was even saying they should have won after the game ended. But when you look at it, and the more I think about it, the Saints really didn't deserve to win that game. The Saints are in prime position to win that game. All they have to do is start running the ball, let the Rams use their timeouts, and kick a field goal as time expires. And what do? They start passing, they start overthinking the situation, and it ends up with that 3rd and 10, and then of course they only get a field goal out of it, leaving the Rams enough time to tie it up. And look, I know the pass interference sucks, and I know that it was a huge no call, but the truth is, when the Saints get those 2 big turnovers in the beginning of the game, and they can't score a touchdown off either one, they don't deserve to win. When the Saints are throwing the ball and all they have to do is run out the clock, they don't deserve to win. When the Saints get the ball first in overtime with Drew Brees as their quarterback, and he throws an interception, they do not deserve to win. When they have every possible advantage, from home field to arguably the better coach, the Hall of Fame quarterback, all of this, and they don't win. Let's just talk about at home. The Rams Jared Goff couldn't even hear himself in the first quarter, and the Rams overcame all of this and won. And Saints fans, I know it hurts just a little more because you had the Minnesota Miracle happen to you guys last year, but look, it happens, it's part of the game. All you had to do is make 1 tackle last year. All you had to do was run the ball this year. And I know it sounds terrible to put it like that, but the truth is, the more I sit here and think about it, the more I realize the Saints just did not deserve to win this game. So that's my one big takeaway from the Rams at Saints. My other big takeaway, and it's kind of redundant and contradicting myself, but yeah, the NFL has to do something about the officiating. It is just so horrendously bad, and I know these guys are human, and I know these guys make mistakes, but it comes down to just watching the play and watching the ball, and you're telling me that these guys can't even call that as a pass interference or call the face mask on the Saints against Jared Goff, which would have put the Rams in scoring position? That's sad. That's pathetic, and we're over here too busy calling holding offense or letting the boys play in the playoffs. Like, no. This is when you want to be making those calls. And honestly, my gut feeling right now is, yeah, you should be able to challenge everything. You should be able to challenge penalties. You should be able to throw the challenge flag, argue that there was a penalty in certain situations. The NFL doesn't know what to do, and us fans don't know what to do because the referees are constantly getting involved, and it's taking away from the integrity of the game, and it's just making the game unfair. All right, now for my quick takeaways on the Patriots at Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs had no idea what to do. Patriots defense came up in the clutch the first half, holding them to 0 points in the first half. Tom Brady, if yesterday didn't seal him as the GOAT, I don't know what does. He came back 3 times to win that game, twice in the fourth quarter, once in overtime, and I don't know what else can be said. He has absolutely no weapons this year. Gronk did finally show up, but yeah, Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. That's my big takeaway from the Patriots and Chiefs. And of course, everyone is complaining about the referees again and the roughing the passer at the end and all kinds of stuff. But the truth is, we're only trying to make a controversy because it's the Patriots. And here's the bottom line. You can say the Patriots are in the AFC East and they have the easiest division and blah, blah, blah. You could say that Brady's a system quarterback and Belichick just happened to be in the right place at the right time and all kinds of this stuff. But listen, Kansas City Chiefs, just like the Saints, you had every possible advantage going for you. Except the weather, I guess. And you blew it. You have the soon-to-be MVP as your starting quarterback. You have the fastest wide receiver. You have the fastest player in the NFL at your disposal. And he was limited to, I think, 1 catch yesterday. You have the loudest outdoor stadium at your disposal. and none of that was utilized to their advantage. You have the all-time great coach in Andy Reid, and he couldn't figure out this greatly deprived New England defense. And I have a message to all AFC fans and organizations. If you want to beat New England, and if you don't want to see them in the Super Bowl, just put together a more talented team on both sides of the ball. That's exactly what the Rams have. In theory, they should win. The Chiefs, no question they had the more talented offense. But look at their defense. Ranked 31st in the league is not going to win you a Super Bowl. It's not even going to get you to a Super Bowl, as we saw yesterday. And that leads me to my next point, which is the overtime. Yesterday also got a lot of people talking about overtime in the NFL and how it should be changed. Both teams should get the ball, that kind of talk. Yeah, I'm not agreeing with that. Look, I think there's definitely room for the NFL to improve how overtime works in the future. But if you're the Chiefs, if you're this Super Bowl caliber team you've been hyping up all year, and this is the worst Patriots team we've seen in probably the last 10 years, all you have to do is get one stop in the fourth quarter, in overtime, you name it. And I'm not trying to take away from what Tom Brady did, but if you're the Chiefs and you are this Super Bowl caliber team, then you should be able to get at least one stop, especially considering how many third downs they had down the stretch. New England was constantly in 3rd and long, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, and at the end of the fourth and in overtime. And you're telling me that the Chiefs, who have been hyped up as this Super Bowl contender, the highest odds to be in the Super Bowl all season, you're telling me that this Super Bowl team can't get one stop on 3rd down when it matters. And yeah, they're playing the greatest quarterback of all time. But you know what? When Tony Romo is sitting in the booth telling everyone what play the Patriots are about to run, it makes you wonder how the Chiefs can't stop it. So, to conclude, no, overtime should not be changed as of now. It should definitely be looked at in the future. But look, if you're the Chiefs, you had all these chances. You had every possible advantage going your way. Nobody except the citizens of Boston wanted the Patriots to win this game. The Chiefs literally had the entire country rooting for them, and they couldn't do it. You heard Patrick Mahomes say that this is a different era of Chiefs football? No. It's the exact same thing. All right, anyways, those are my takeaways from Championship Sunday, filled with a lot of controversy, but at the end of the day, the Saints didn't deserve to win, and the Chiefs definitely did not. The Patriots completely outplayed Kansas City, and this is coming from a Dolphin fan. That says a lot. Our AFC East rivals took down the Chiefs and are going back to the Super Bowl. If you don't say Tom Brady is the GOAT at this point, then I'm sorry, you're just ignorant. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.